So let's go through some variation of less type questions. Okay, so using the less technique, okay, you are supposed to tackle type 1 type of question. Okay, and under type 1, this is a subtype for type 1, or what I call trend description. So what you will actually see is normally trend description questions is a 2-mark question. Okay, the first mark is given for recognizing general trend. Okay, and a lot of students, they like to use these two words. I don't know why. Okay, they actually mention that there is a fluctuation, volatility. Obviously there's fluctuations, and obviously there's volatility, right? Data is given, they are not exactly perfect data. You don't see 10% whole number of growth every year. This is not possible. All right, so there has to be fluctuation and there has to be volatility. Okay, so please do not state the obvious. All right, so you need to state the general trend. Okay, the second mark is given for enhancement. Okay, an enhancement in the following form. You need to talk about a reversal, or you need to talk about a rate of change. Okay, and I will use examples to highlight to you what is a reversal and what is a rate of change. Okay, and most importantly, do not leave and quote from the data. Okay, don't say increase from 5% to 10%. Okay, that is not what we want. Okay, we want to find the trend. Okay, by simply telling me 5%, 10%, you are regurgitating from the data without explaining, without identifying what is the trend. So number one, you are simply regurgitating. Number two, you're not answering to the question. All right, so this is something that you need to stop doing now. Stop being kiasu, stop lifting here and there. All right, there are specific answering tools here. All right. Okay, so here comes the first example. Okay, so this is oil price in United States percentage change. So you realize that this is on an annual change basis in terms of percentage. So from 04 to 05, okay, it is plus 32%. Okay, oil price actually increased by 32.9%. 06 to 05 plus 16.5%. Blah 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 blah. I want you to take note of this minus sign here. So question. Describe the trend in oil price during the time period of 2005 to 2011, this time frame. Okay, so this is your standard time series data. One variable across a time frame. Okay, and this is how they will set this question. So you must be able to identify that this is a type 1 trend description subtype. Okay. So now it is your turn to do. All right, so I will go through the answers quickly. So now I want you to spend 3 minutes with your stopwatch just beside you. 3 minutes. Pause the video, okay, and quickly attempt the question. Okay, you will see that under step 1 there is blank. Okay, you need to identify the keywords and you need to write down the full answer. Okay, so I do suggest you to write down in pen. Okay, don't use pencil. Okay, and when I go through the answers, you will realize that here are some of the mistakes that you make. Okay, you can mark in red pen. Okay, and you will be mindful about such mistakes in the future. All right, so let's pause the video for 3 minutes. Okay, and when you are ready, let's resume the video. All right. Describe trend 2005 to 2011. This is a very standard subtype of trend description under type 1. Okay, so you have exactly 3 minutes to do so. First of all, you need to identify the general trend. Okay, so you realize that the general trend has been on year basis, they have been generally increasing on a year basis. Okay, so the oil price has been generally increasing, okay, or rising from the period of 2005 to 2011. Okay, and you need to state the reversal. However, there is a specific year in 2009, okay, there is a dip in oil price. Okay, there is an exception noted in 2009 when oil price actually fell. Okay, from 2008, 2009, oil price actually went down. So generally increasing, but spot the reversal of the trend, went down. All right. So here are some of the mistakes that you may have committed earlier on. Okay, mistake number 1. Okay, the percentage change in oil price has decreased from 39% to 22%. Okay, so this is a very classical example of regurgitating, reproducing the data without showing comprehension of the information presented. Okay, and the question requirement. The question is asking about change in trend. Okay, asking about the trend in oil prices. It's not asking about annual percentage change. Okay, so you need to take note about that. Okay, but most students fall under the second category. Okay, they say that oil price have increased, decreased, and increased again. Okay, do note that this question is factually correct. Okay, factually correct, but this is only descriptive. Okay, it is not answering the question about the trend. Okay, trend has to be generally increasing, generally falling. Okay, the general overall trend is not identified and stated. Okay, so although factually correct, not answering to the question. Okay, so these are the two key things that you need to stop now. Okay, avoid. Okay, and use this specific skill set here. Okay, general trend and reverse and enhancement of trend. All right. Okay, now we have a second example for you to try. Okay, so this is actually a price index. Okay, on commercial property prices. Okay, so the index track the property prices, and as you can see, okay, this is the shape. I'm not going on any further. Okay, I want you to attempt yourself before I answer the question. Okay, same thing. I want you to spend 3 minutes, no more, no less. Okay, and pause the video. Okay, when we are ready, let's resume the video. Okay, so same thing. Identify the pattern type, describe, okay, trend between the time frame. Okay, so this is a standard time series data, one variable across a different time frame. This is a line chart. Okay. So, first thing first, you realize that between 2000 and 2007, okay, there is no fall in prices, okay, or no sharp fall in prices. Okay, so if there is no reversal, don't force a reversal out. Okay, look out for something else. Don't force it out. Okay, so in this case, number 1, the CPPI has been increasing from 2007, from 2000 to 2007. Okay, and the CPPI is increasing at an increasing rate. Okay, so you realize that initially the rate of change is actually quite mild. Okay, but towards the end it actually spiked up. Okay, so the price increment initially was quite mild, but towards the end of towards the next half of the time frame, it actually increased quite steeply. All right, so this is what we call identifying the rate of change. Okay, increasing at an increasing rate. All right. All right, so this is a very quick summary on type 1 type of questions that you need to note. First of all, you need to know what is the direction of the trend. Is it increasing? Is it rising? Or is it decreasing or falling? All right. Second, you need to find out how was the data presented. Okay, is it at an increasing or decreasing rate? Okay, is it steady? Is it gradual? Is it strong? Is it sharp? Is it significant? Okay, this is specific to rate of change. Okay, and this is specific to reversal. Okay, are there any anomalies or are there any exceptions? Okay, so you realize here, keywords here has been used. Okay, describe the general trend. There's an anomaly here. Okay, so you realize that these two keywords actually appeared. okay, under here. Okay, so this specific table is for you, okay, to use the specific keywords to indicate that there is general trend change, okay, and there is rate of change, or there is reversals. Okay, you must be familiar with the column here. Okay, you must be able to use these keywords, okay, to indicate what is the direction of trend. Okay, are there any refinements and reversals? All right, start using them now. It's going to do yourself very good. Okay, the second part question, okay, actually revolves around BOP. Okay, so BOP and budget questions, they belong to J2 students. Okay, some of the J1 students, they may learn this, okay, but mainly J2 students. Okay, so if you don't understand, for J1 students that are watching this video, if you don't understand, never mind, just try to understand. Okay, but if you realize that, okay, for J2 students, if you are doing BOP type questions or budget questions, okay, if you need to state the position of the balance, okay, you need to state that it is deficit or surplus. You can't use positive or negative. All right, deficit or surplus. Okay, this is the specific keywords to use. Okay, and describe changes in the balance. Okay, you need to tell us that this is actually a worsening in your balance of payment, worsening in your budget, or improvement in your budget, worsening of your budget. Okay, you can't afford to use vague terms like increasing balance or decreasing balance. Okay, this does not make sense at all. Okay, so this is specifically targeting at BOP and budget kind of questions. All right. Okay, so now let's take a quick break. When we are back, we will be looking at the second subtype, which is trend comparison. All right, thank you.